So once a project is commissioned, we go into the follow-up phase where we start to collect data on how well the project is doing. The pump also helps collect all of that data and so you can see it in one place. Here I have a project called Kalangabo Community. Again, if you look up here, you can see the project and how it's under the community name. And then over here on the right, when I'm sorting through these fields here, I want to go to project analysis. So if I minimize these and open up project analysis, I can see here that there's a few different items that are available to me. One of the primary things that I think is helpful is the map. That will be covered in a separate video with separate training. But some of the other ones that are on the pump that are very useful, one is the financial sustainability. So if you go to financial sustainability, you can see all of the information that has been collected through the monthly summary reports and the follow-up reports here collected, so you can take a look at what's being expected. So there's some graphs down here about some of our targets and what we're hoping to see, but what we're actually seeing is a little bit different. Also cumulative savings, and then here's all of the numbers for February, March, April, and May, and what we're expecting to see with salaries and things like that. A lot of this can also be visualized on the map, but it's here as well to be able to view and download the reports where they came from. Another really helpful tool that's on the pump here is this project success indicators. So if I select on that, there's a whole list of project success indicators that we want to accomplish before we transition the project. And so you can see here some of the ones that we go through: reliability, microbiological quality compliance, making sure that there's no coliforms in there, turbidity compliance, so there's some water quality things here. There's also some things that have to do with wash and hygiene promotion, making sure that we are encouraging our wash promoters to get throughout the entire community. And you can see how that's progressed with a goal that's 100%. You can get some more information on your cost recovery, making sure that all of your operational costs are recovered, and then your replacement cost recovery, where you can see here we're not doing quite as well, but we're covering about 70. This one's pretty low. This one's about 60, so right around 60% of our replacement cost recovery for these months. This yellow background signifies that the target was not met for that month. And so some of these, I'm not sure exactly what the target is for this specific project, but we haven't met these highlighted in yellow. And that's something that we want to work on those next few months. As we go back into the community, we can take a look at this and see what do we need to work on to improve on to get a little bit better. Another thing that's really helpful in the pump is to be able to see when are we supposed to go back for these follow-up reports. So there's a really handy report here under reports on this left-hand side. If you go to country programs reports, down here there's two follow-up reports. There's a report schedule and a report status, a follow-up report status. My favorite one is the follow-up report schedule. If you go into that one, you can select your country. We'll go into Tanzania again here, show the projects. You can see all of the projects that are in the follow-up phase and when we should be doing each one of those. The first follow-up phase, or first follow-up was scheduled for each of these projects when. So this one for Katembe, the first one was scheduled in November 2017, and we completed it November 17, 2017. If there is one missing, it's highlighted in red, so you can see Matyazo, here Kasulu. These are ones that are missing. For Kazilla Mahunda Jehudi, for example, it was scheduled in August, but we didn't do the first one until June. The second one is scheduled for September 2019, and we're already past that. We're in July. If you get behind or for some reason these need to switch, there may be a very good reason why this needs to be pushed back. You can go into this edit schedule online. And so if you click on this, it'll take you to another to an online file that looks a lot like the report that you submitted, the commissioning report in this case, and you can actually change the dates for the follow-up visits right here online, and then go and click Submit Form. Once you change those dates and hit Submit Form, it'll actually change these dates to align with what the new schedule should be. It's a really handy way to take a look at all of the projects that you have, what's due, when they're due, and to make sure that we're staying on time with our follow-ups.